What's going on? It's your boy Don G. This is the Coliseum Sports Show where I call them as I see them. And today, it is a good Thursday. I like starting my weeks off with a video on Thursday because it not only starts with a football game on that day, but you can take time just to reflect on or project what's going to go on for the week. So yeah, man. Right now, let's see here. Right now, we are in week 16 of the NFL. We're going to quickly go over that. Let's just go over a couple of teams as far as the standings go. We'll go over the game and go over a couple other sports or what's going on in the whole sports universe. You know how I like to get down. You dig me. So let's see here. So it's week 16. There are currently two teams tied for the best record in the league. That is 11-3. That will be the Baltimore Ravens going against the San Francisco 49ers. And what do you know? They actually have a game coming up. But is it this week? Let's find out. So, yeah. So this week they actually play each other. So there can only be one. One team will take on the best record in the league this coming Sunday. All right, so they're actually going to play each other. They're both 11-3. Let's see who goes to 12-3. Let's check that out. But everybody else that's beneath them would be the Miami Dolphins at 10-4, Dallas at 10-4, Philadelphia at 10-4, Detroit at 10-4. So those are the other teams that are in double digits. Okay. And funny thing is Dallas is playing Miami this week. That is crazy. So the way that I think they had like AI or something. They said something with like how they set up the schedule this year. They did a hell of a job. Just the way the season's ending. The Philadelphia Eagles going through their tough part of this schedule. I think everybody has an easy and a bad part of their schedule in general. But this year, just the way that it came about, just to kind of, hey, if you want to be the best team in this division or this conference, this is what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? If you want to be the best in the NFC, this is what you're going to have to do. You have to go through the gauntlet. Dallas is going through a gauntlet right now. They were number 1 or 2. They're still tied for a second right now. But all it takes is them losing one game or Philadelphia going undefeated. And that's all she wrote. They're going to take second place. So, yeah, if you want it, you're going to have to prove that you are who you say you are. And we got some games this coming weekend. So, hey, do we have a Super Bowl preview in Dallas and Miami? Or is it going to be San Francisco, Baltimore? Are these the foresight of what's going on? But good job, schedule makers. We just got to say that real quick. So I just wanted to give you guys a couple of the top teams in the league right now. And there's just some great games coming up. But let's go ahead and go over the game that's going to be for tonight. That's going to be New Orleans versus the Los Angeles Rams. Now, the crazy thing about like this game is that New Orleans is tied for first place in their division, and they're 7-7. The NFC South, I keep saying it. If you watch my videos, I keep putting out there like the NFC South is crazy, bro. Like nobody wants to pull away. It just kind of is what it is. So yeah, we have that game coming up tonight. Who do I have winning that game? I say New Orleans just because they want to. Somebody has to pull away. They cannot afford to fall behind because I don't think you'll make the playoffs coming in second there. It's only the first place. So. And Los Angeles Rams, they're up and down. I don't know who they are, so I can't just I don't know who either one of these teams are. I really think New Orleans is bad. I think LA's bad, but I've seen some good things from LA. So, oh man, but I just know New Orleans needs to win, so I'm gonna go with New Orleans. Let's see here. That could be some betting odds. How Vegas is, how all the games that seem to be like shoe-ins. People have lost them. It's kind of crazy, especially the big teams. So anyway, this is a preview of the season. Of these games coming up. We're going to get into more details in later videos. I just want to say shout out to Cleveland though. Cleveland had like 4 different starting quarterbacks right now. They're at Joe Flacco and they are still 9-5. That's crazy, my dog. Come on, man. You gotta appreciate that. You gotta learn to appreciate it. I like it. I appreciate it. But yeah. What else is going on? Let's check it out. So yeah, that's all I'm gonna say for football, you guys. As far as the NBA, let's drop in the NBA and let's just see the standings. What's going on in the NBA? Because there's been some crazy stuff. Draymond Green being ejected. What is it? Curry going his first game, I guess, without making a 3-pointer. And I guess he had like 280 some games where he just went straight with making a 3-point. So that was crazy. That's a great achievement. I don't think it's the end of the world just because he missed a 3-point. I'm pretty sure he came right back and made a 3 the next game. But right now, let's just check out the standings of the NBA and see where they are. And comment and tell me who's your team, man. You know, I'm not that big of an NBA guy, but I'm from Texas. I go by more players than teams, but if I have to go with a team, it's going to be a Texas team. And it goes in this order. If Houston isn't in there, then I'm going with Dallas. If Dallas isn't doing good, then I'm going with San Antonio. That's just how I rock. You know what I'm saying? But as far as players go, Giannis is the number 1 player in the league to me. I love Damian Lillard. Dame time is just crazy. I remember whenever I do watch a game, I usually like to watch Damian Lillard. I just like the way he plays. And shooting from the logo is a real thing. He's another one of those archers. You know what I'm saying? One of those archers, man. He can just hit it, dog, and he know when to turn it on. And I've seen him in some big moments do it. So I really like Dame Lillard. LeBron James, I do not think he's the greatest of all time, but he is a great, and you have to appreciate his longevity. The in-season tournament, I get it, you know what I'm saying? Y'all shouldn't be hanging up no banners. I don't know how big it's going to be in the future. We could be downplaying this, and this could be something huge in about 10 years where people are talking about, well, how many banners does your team have? Taking this in-season tournament really serious, this could go up to like millions, not 500,000. I don't even know if that's 500,000 a piece. That'd be cool if it was. I understand why they busting their ass like that then. But it seemed like he was making a lot of big noise in the in-season tournament. So that's cool, man. But yeah, let's go ahead and we're going to go by conference. So on the Eastern Conference, the 3 best teams is going to be Boston at 21-6. Milwaukee at 20-7. So they're right behind Boston. And it's funny that they traded their point guard to Boston, and they're 1 game ahead right now. It is the beginning of the season, getting towards the mid part, so people will start spreading apart. But just like last year, it's going to be Boston, Milwaukee, and Philadelphia somewhere in the mix. And Philadelphia is coming in at 3rd at 13-8. It's always going to be like that. It's been like that even with LeBron. It's only like a couple good teams in the East. That's just how it is. Like the top is going to remain the top all the time, and it's always been this. Miami Heat, they like to pull off miracles in the playoffs and do their thing. But in general, it's those top 3 in the East almost all the time. In the West, they're going to be Minnesota Timberwolves, which is great. Hey, man, I know y'all heard about Ant-Man and his debacle going on, you know what I'm saying, that debauchery, you know what I'm saying, I don't think that's a big deal, but it's crazy how we're much into people's business and judging them because he didn't want to have a baby with some random chick. And you can say, well, why'd you lay with him? But everybody isn't perfect. We have sex with people that we don't want a future with. You might want a night with them, not a future. You know what I'm saying? It's a big difference. Let me have this night with you. And if everybody was perfect, then, we wouldn't do half the things we do. But I can't just put that on them and say, hey, man, you lay with her, so keep the baby. I'm a millionaire. I don't know this woman like that. I'm not trying to, to have a baby with her. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know, her morals or nothing like that. I was just trying to have a good night. She looked good. She was sexy. She had that dress on. She was doing that ting. You know what I'm talking about? That I like. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So, anyway, Minnesota at 20-6. Oklahoma City at 17-8. Now, here's the thing with the Western Conference. All of their teams are generally, pretty close, so, they got Minnesota with 20 wins. Oklahoma City with 17 wins. They only have 8 losses, though. Denver with 19 wins with 10 losses. LA with 17 wins and 10 losses. Sacramento 16-10. Dallas 16-11. So at any time, those teams could go back and forth in the West and take the power. It don't matter. They're very close teams. They're very similar. think about it like this. This is how I always pictured it. And the East Coast is very player centric. So you have the all stars, like the individual players on the East Coast. Then you got the teams that do the damn thing in the West. You know what I'm saying? The teams are in the West. And I always like the West more than the East. I like the players in the East, a.k.a. Allen Iverson, like I said, Damian Lillard or Giannis Antetokounmpo. But the teams are, in my opinion, always in the West Coast where you see that team basketball moving the ball around. Think of San Antonio. You know what I'm saying? Very good players on the team. Yeah, they have a star player, but they move the ball around. Everybody's going to probably get a pass, you know what I'm saying, before they score. All right. And great coaching, too, in the West. Very great coaching in the West. All right. So, yeah, that's what's going on in the NBA right now. Like I said, it's heading towards the midseason. Your top overall, let's just see, overall league-wise, let's just see. So, dang, they even have the East over, like, what they are 20 and something, so you can't be mad at that. So, it's Boston, Minnesota, Milwaukee, Philadelphia, Oklahoma City, Denver, LA. So it's the top 3 in the East and then the top 3 in the West. It just is what it is. Yeah, hey, until they play each other in the championship, it don't really matter. It's just who you playing in your conference. All right. But yeah, anything else? I can't really speak on. Let's see here. I can't really speak on college basketball. I have not watched not a lick of college basketball. Probably am not until like we actually get down to it. Let me see if there's been any bowl games going on like that I was not paying attention to. Let's see here. Any good names and stuff. Oh, snap. So they had I like that. So just because I'm a Texas boy, let's go over just a couple scores, and then we're going to go ahead and close this out. But, yeah, we have UTSA, University of Texas, San Antonio, that is the Road Runners, because that's all we do is road run. They end up beating Marshall 35-17. That is ridiculous, dog. And that was in the Scooters Coffee Frisco Bowl. Crazy. Texas Tech beat University of California 34-14. What is up with this in the Radiance Technologies Independence Bowl? Crazy. End up stomping them boys. That's crazy. Appalachian State still pulling out things. You know what I'm saying? They beat the University of Miami of Ohio. That's the Avocados from Mexico Cure Bowl. They beat them 13-9. So Appalachian State still doing their thing. I remember like some years ago, man, Appalachian State was like the Cinderella team. Like them and Boise State. Like who are these teams coming up out of nowhere with the blue turf and these Rocky Mountain team or Smoky Mountain, whatever they are, coming out of nowhere and beating people, these lesser guys. But they're doing it with spirit. They're doing it with great, excellent coaching and culture that they built over years. And ever since then, this is in the early 2000s, like they've been doing it till now. It's been 20 plus years. They've both been doing it. Wow. Speaking of Boise State, they got beat by UCLA 35-22 in the Starco Bands LA Bowl. So yeah, 35-22. They still put up a good fight though. Damn good fight, honestly. Florida A&M University did beat Howard in the Cricket Celebration Bowl, 30-26, which is I heard that was a pretty good game. Those are two HBCUs, if I'm not mistaken. Howard is a little bit more prestigious, so you know they up there. Right now, we actually have Syracuse versus University of Southern Florida in the Boca Raton Bowl. I don't know. Don't be mad at me. Right now, they just started 0-0. So, yeah, that's what's going on in college football. And, hey, do not come to me talking about some Florida State should have. Dog, Florida State don't have a starting quarterback. They were pedestrian. They barely were, like, pulling out a win against Louisville. Like, it was a struggle, dog, without their starting quarterback. They had no chance against the likes of a Michigan and Texas, Alabama, somebody who would have took pride in smashing them down. Even Washington, they would have been in trouble, dog. Their defense is real, yes. That probably would have gave them a chance. But you have a Heisman candidate in Washington. You have the overall team in Texas that beat Alabama. You have Alabama, dog, and Michigan. That team from front to back is a damn good team with a great coach. He's off his suspension. He ready to goddamn coach something. You feel me? So I don't want to hear nothing about Florida State. Say your boo-hoos for somebody else. You didn't belong in it. Let's be fair. There were other teams that were, 11-0 or whatever like that, who didn't have a loss either. Namely Washington. Namely, there was one other team that I thought should have got more talk than what they did, but definitely them. But anyway, guys, that's going to be the episode for today. Like I said, this is week 16 in the NFL. This is Thursday, December 21st. The holidays are, here. We already had Thanksgiving. We're going to have Christmas. Then we're going to have the New Year. I got my braids in, you know what I'm saying? Right, let me give you a little sneak peek real fast, like, you know what I'm talking about. And you see I've been growing my hair, you know what I'm saying? All that good stuff. But, yeah, it just is what it is, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. Anybody watching my video, make sure y'all like and subscribe. Just, you know what I'm saying? Give me a thumbs up, thumbs down. You know what I'm saying? Let me know how you feel. Let's conversate. Let's talk about some sports. Talk some ball, baby. Anyway, y'all have a beautiful night. If I don't get back to y'all or have no great video or discussion with y'all before Christmas or the New Year's, just know that Don love you, baby. And you know what I'm saying? Happy holidays, my people. Let's get it.